Tonight I wanna see the bright lights over me. Show me something magical, something beautiful. Come and take me higher, set my world on fire tonight, tonight. Show me everything I want and more. To take me right around the world. I'm feeling tonight, got me feeling so right. Yes, love the good life.
This week on Top Billing, how 5FM's Thando Thebethe manages a career in both radio and soapies under one roof. Sharks giant Ruan Botha weds VILJOEN on an island made for two. Miss South Africa Ntandoyenkosi Kunene invites us to meet her parents, siblings, and while she's at it, her entire hometown. To Dakar rally great Alfie Cox and his sons Brad and Trey, motorcycle racing is life. Norwegian designer Kristian Aadnevik tells us why he chooses to live in London. And your presenter tonight, Bonang Mateba, brings you our lineup from the Safari Lodge in the city, home to a self-made man and his two lucky dogs.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Top Billing, and we trust you had a well-earned Workers' Day weekend. Now, having renovated several homes, Murray Iverson was an advocate for clean lines and chrome finishes. Then, one day, everything changed. He had a design revelation, and this is it.
Just a 20-minute drive from the middle of Sandton, Murray has created a lodge-style escape that could be 5 hours away in the bush. It took him 2 years to complete the renovation. No architect, no interior designer. He did it all himself. Living in the midst of the worksite for 18 months, he even used the bathroom as his kitchen.
Rox, when we bought this place 4 years ago, we did it as a business project, myself and Alan. We supply all the major retailers in South Africa, and initially what we wanted to do is create this as a home, as an investment to showcase the stuff that we did in our business. I then fell in love with it and ended up buying my part out of the house.
Born in Bulawayo, Murray has brought the bushveld to the city, inside and out.
Coming from Zimbabwe, I wanted it to be a home that was relaxed, and when you got out of the mad rush of Johannesburg, you could actually get home and relax and just take it easy. So when you're here, you don't see any people, you don't see any houses. All you hear is the wildlife in the bush, which is incredible for me.
There's a dam with bream and barbel that remind him of Lake Kariba. The garden is indigenous, and these pillars are built of rock dug out on the property.
Being 38 years old, I'm assuming that this thatch ceiling was already here, and the double volume gives it such an airy, nice and open space. You know, it feels really good.
The actual structure of this house was always here, except for the balconies and that, but the thatched roof was here. It had all these old metal windows, and we wanted to create an open space, so we put in the wooden doors that fold and stacked around the whole place with a walk-around patio. This room itself was 8 different rooms, and so we put in the scissor joints, and we made this one massive open room and added some fireplaces in, because in winter it gets quite cold here, so you want the fireplaces burning.
There are 6 in total. The guest's favourite is in the kitchen, and Murray never invites 6 for dinner when he can invite 16.
Murray, a delicious cup of coffee in a welcoming home. I feel like you've achieved the perfect balance.
The most important thing to me was the open plan feeling of the house. The kitchen was all open plan, but very, very functional. Basically what we wanted was a modern country house that had modern feelings but had an earthy tone to it, and made you feel like you're in the country.
You've definitely achieved that. How did you use a specific colour palette and theme throughout the house to bring it all together?
The main theme of the house was actually one that was organic and natural. To me, you bring in the colour with the cushions, and the bulk of the pieces and the furniture pieces and the sofas and that have all got to be natural tones. Bringing in the colour comes with flowers and paintings and abstract pieces, you know, art and throws, etc.
As well as Indonesian and Indian decor, the house reflects his photographer's eye. He's exhibited in galleries, and his favourite subject is the continent he calls home.
Your travels have most definitely brought the East into your home, but it still has an African feel to it.
I travel the East a lot, but Africa really is where my heart is. And I love traveling around South Africa. I love the bush and I love Mozambique. Last year we went to the Masai Mara. I took my mother and we went with a bunch of friends. And these are a bunch of photographs that I took when I was there. It was probably the most incredible wildlife experience I've ever had in my life.
It sounds incredible. And speaking of incredible, talk about a room with a view. This is a master bedroom, if I ever saw one.
We've got 5 bedrooms in the house. Each of them, obviously, we wanted to have them look out onto the garden because the garden was the most important aspect when I bought the place. By sitting in bed looking over the garden, I wanted you to feel like you're actually at a lodge.
Do the rooms in the house have a similar theme?
One of the most important things that we did is we brought in these signature pieces from India, like the copper bars in the bathrooms, all the lights, all the bedside tables. They all have their own little unique features.
You do have modern elements throughout the home, but the lighting is a serious throwback.
The lights, yeah, they're actually a little bit quirky. We've got water urns like this, where we cut holes in the bottom and created like a chandelier out of them. Down in the passageways, we've got buckets that we cut in half and put as wall lights. And in the other bedrooms, there's actually milk urns that we've used.
Tell me, this is such a beautiful, big, spacious house. You can't live here all by yourself.
Well, I don't exactly live here alone. I do have an extended family.
Visitors who come around at the weekend know to pack an overnight bag. And with so many bedrooms, there's plenty of room at the lodge. The other permanent residents are his 2 golden retrievers, Jojo and Kashasha.
So that is what you meant by extended family, your fur babies.
When we first moved in, there was no garden, there was no lawn, there was nothing. So it had to be created from scratch over the past 2-3 years.
What a fantastic entertainment area as well. I mean, you have 7 different spots here alone. You must have some great parties.
Some amazing parties. I'm being a chef by trade. I love cooking, so there's always places to eat inside and outside, depending on the time of the year, if it's winter. But also in summer, we always go and spend a lot of time at the swimming pool, sit around the boma, make pizzas at the pizza oven outside. So yeah, it's amazing.
Jojo and Kashasha can't always join him on Kariba tiger fishing trips, so they get a pool and a dam for their permanent enjoyment.
When the dogs are done swimming, screed floors work for wet Labradors. This isn't Murray's first rodeo.
Up next, between 5FM and Generations, who is the real Thando Thebethe? And rugby is one big brotherhood at Ruan Botha's wedding.
This year, Generations actress and DJ Thando Thebethe landed her own show on 5FM. She shares our passion of inspiring stories in the world of film, fashion, music, celebrity and social media, and her own story is very uplifting itself.
While studying, Thando worked on UJ-FM, was discovered by a youth station, then recognized by 5FM. And their 10-to-1 slot is now the Thando Thebethe Show.
This is awesome. I've been waiting for this moment for many, many years. Yo, South Africa, what's up? It's Jonathan Boynton here. It's a lovely morning in Johannesburg.
The mic's not even on.
It's not on.
Guys, you're ruining my moment, Shay. Like, I thought I'd come in here and take over, make your job easy.
We're playing music right
You're making it
Playing
harder.
music right now.
Sorry.
Okay, well.
If you like, I'll show you how it works.
How to burst my bubble.
You're not allowed to speak.
Okay, show me how it's done.
Okay, hypothetically speaking,
Yes.
so it's not something you'll press now, because if you press now, you go live and air.
Okay,
so if you press this,
Okay.
sending you home. If you press this button,
Yeah.
you go live on air.
So that's all you need to push and you like.
So, well, on this mic anyway.
It's like the self-destruct button. You okay, cool.
So you would completely ruin our show if you press this button right now.
But all the rest of these, you'd hardly
So
use.
these are just all the mics. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we hardly use these.
So it's actually pretty simple.
It is quite simple. It looks very intimidating, but we don't use half the buttons on here.
From the age of 13, you knew you were born to be an entertainer.
Radio was never part of the plan though. Radio kind of happened to me. I actually thought if I get onto radio, I might be able to get onto TV. So the big plan was always to be an actress, and I could speak, so I thought maybe I could be a presenter. And then I fell in love with this medium called radio. It's like nothing else. You get to tell a story without anybody knowing you, and I think I was a long time fascinated by the fact that I never knew who was behind the mic. I mean, now it's changed. Now we know who our radio DJs are, but back in the day, you had no idea.
You also studied accounting.
I did.
Yeah, is that something you'd ever...
No, it's great because then I will never be in debt because I handle my money well. But to sit in an office, I mean, I'd rather do this.
Justin, apart from hustling a kettle, what is your job on the show?
Well, I mean, working with someone like Thando, she's super talented. It's so easy. I kind of just fill into the back and just mingle around with her and go where she wants to go in every single link in the show. So it's super easy. It's not a difficult thing at all.
We literally come here every single morning and we have so much fun. We've got such vibrant listeners who are always willing to laugh at our stupid jokes. I think I also have, in a very short period of time, established a very great relationship with Justin. So we laugh at each other. We laugh with each other. And I can be honest. I think that's what really makes a great radio show, when people are just honest, and it's people who are listening and that can resonate with what they're hearing that makes them love the show.
So when am I going live?
Never.
Okay, well, no, I'll just leave you guys to it and go and cry.
Bye.
On TV, she's guest starred in the drama Intersections, hosted a DJ reality show, and today, in the same SABC complex from which her radio show broadcasts, she plays the part of the calculating Nolwazi on Generations.
Straight from behind the mic and into the makeup chair.
Yeah.
The life of an entertainer.
It is. It's such a blessing. It's what I've always wanted to do, and to be afforded the opportunity to do both at the same time, it hardly ever happens.
It didn't come easy. You auditioned for your role, just so everybody knows.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
weren't given it.
No, it wasn't handed to me.
And you said that you nailed that audition.
I did.
So now, to all the young actresses and actors out there, how do you go about nailing that vital audition?
I think it takes a while. I think it's only after a while that you're able to build your confidence and to walk into an audition room and own it and understand that, look, even if I mess up the lines, the point is I've come back. Or it's just owning yourself and trusting yourself, and that only comes with time.
Your character Nolwazi is really cool because you get to play a character that's very much not like you. So it's nice as an actress to be able to tap into those aspects of your personality that you don't normally have.
I come from a radio show where I'm being myself and I'm allowed to be the best version of myself, or just myself completely, even the worst version. And then I come here and you put on a face and you put on clothes that don't belong to you and you jump on set and it's action and you get to sort of escape your own reality. You get to escape who you are. You get to portray a character in this regard that is a complete bitch, which I hope a lot of people will agree is the complete opposite of who I am. So it's really fun. You get to, I don't know, it's challenging in that she, you know, goes through obstacles that I haven't gone through, but it's great to walk in somebody else's shoes.
Oh my goodness. Is this a pregnancy mag?
What? No.
Are you pregnant? Who's the father?
It's me. I left a very important surgery. I can't take this any longer. Our secret is killing me. Will you marry me?
Of course I'll marry you.
And scene. Boom. Nailed it.
I thought you were a real doctor there for a second.
You were great.
Hey, what do you think? Am I helping you guys warm up?
Well, yeah, look for a different show.
What's it like working with this multi-talented lady over
Oh, I love working with Thando. She's very professional and very punctual. And she's very passionate about what she does, which makes it very pleasant to work with her.
I didn't pay her to say all of that stuff.
And you play a best friend, right?
Yes, I play her best friend, and we happen to get along as well in real life.
I was going to say, how much acting is there involved with the friendship?
No, it helps. I think she's one of the people here at work that I really get along with. I mean, we share a dressing room.
Yeah.
So if there's someone I tell secrets here, it would be her.
Oh, I know all of them.
No, not all of them.
Thando, a couple of tips for our viewers out there. You know, you've been through a lot. There have been a lot of challenges in your life, especially over the last year. How do you tackle those challenges and, you know...
You just soldier on, man. We've all been put on this planet for a particular reason. If you're gonna wallow in your misery and in your sadness, you're missing the very purpose that you've been put on this earth for in the first place. So I say just whatever your dreams are, go for it and don't let anything stand in your way.
Overcoming the loss of her father and her brother, she keeps marching on, and they would be proud.
And as for Thando's romantic interest, she discreetly tells us she's taken. So is Sharks lock Ruan Botha. Officially. And although the island honeymoon with his beloved Moni needs to wait for a gap in the rugby program, they did have their wedding on an island in the Winelands.
6.5 years after their first date, Ruan and property agent Monine chose a wedding venue in Franschhoek. He's still the tallest man she's ever seen.
Ruan, you're looking really good, man.
No, feeling good. New adventure in life, so looking forward to it.
Proposals can sometimes be difficult. Tell us about yours.
That was most probably the hardest day of my life. Went actually on a holiday, had all the family down there, and I did like a beach picnic. And then on the beach, and I struggled to get the ring out of my pocket. And I was actually trying to get pictures of her from the back, like it was just like a date. And then I finally got it out. Looked like I've got Parkinson's, getting the ring out of my pocket, but just went smoothly from there.
And the lead up to the big day, any nerves?
I think the nerves are starting to kick in a little bit now. You know, guys are getting dressed, guys are looking sharp, looking fresh. I think it's going to be very emotional. I think tears are going to flow. The guys think they're quite hard and tough, but it's not going to happen. I think we're all going to shed a tear. But it's a big day. It's a day we've been dreaming about since you were a little boy, so I'm looking forward to it.
Personalised cufflinks were the order for Ruan and his groomsmen, with a hairstyle that added to his already 2-metre frame. The guys completed their look, each in individually tailored suits, but the bride was still in makeup.
I'm sorry to interrupt your really busy schedule, but I have to find out how you and Ruan met.
We met through a mutual friend a few years ago. We actually met at a braai and we just instantly clicked.
And the ring is actually something spectacular. I got to see it.
It is absolutely beautiful. I didn't know about it. He took me ring fitting the one day and he completely forgot what my ring size was. So I knew there was gonna be a ring. Just didn't know what it was gonna look like, but I have seen it and it's gorgeous.
What do you think Ruan is gonna look like when you walk down the aisle?
Super hot, crying. He's going to cry.
Preparing to step into blush pink showpieces of their own, Monine's bridesmaids confided she's always known exactly the wedding dress she wanted. Several boutiques later, she found this design online and had it recreated by RHEEDER.
Are there any elements that make this dress particularly unique?
Well, what we've done for Monet is obviously she wanted a ball gown dress. So we've made it really, really big. You'll see when she puts it on, we've got a hoop skirt going underneath, gives it a lovely flare and the swish of the ball. As well as we've got the beading and embellishments with the lace and a pleated bodice and the sweetheart as well, which is going to really, really bring emphasis to the top of the dress. And then we have a lot of ruffles in organza. It's much lighter fabric and it's going to give it that really beautiful, elegant look.
Bridesmaid and best friend KIRSTY the toy gave us the scoop.
You got to tell me what it is that makes her the perfect wife or bride for Ruan.
Monine and Ruan get each other. Like, Monine is that calm, that understanding. She kind of just puts him in the corner and says, hey, relax. And Ruan also, he brings out the best in her. He's very calming, nurturing, very understanding, and yeah, he treats her like she's the only thing in his world.
What kind of guy is Ruan off the field?
We've been friends since after school, or even before school. And he's just a humble guy. He's a humble, down-to-earth guy, and he's never ever changed. He hasn't changed since our school days. He's always stayed the same person, and we love him for it. We really look up to him, and it's fantastic.
A blush pink, white and silver colour scheme set high-rise vases as the heroes of each table, all coordinated by events planner CHARMAINE PRETORIUS.
Describe the theme of the wedding and what the couple wanted to go for.
Ruan and Monine had very specific requests for their special day. She was very particular for glamour, a touch of elegance, romance with shades of pink. As you can see and have a look around, the pink is definitely what we got in for her. Ruan, on the other hand, being the rugby player that he is, wanted something more outdoors, one with nature. And the ceremony at the dam just stole his heart completely.
Bride and groom were after a different take on a chapel ceremony, and this bridge led to an island, with guests seated along the banks. Monine always dreamt of a beach wedding, but this was the most beautiful place she'd ever seen, and her husband-to-be, a man without equal.
Ruan's a very good guy, but yes, it's always very emotional to give your first daughter away. So yes, it was emotional, but yes, I'm actually very glad for them. Ruan's a very good guy.
There were some tears but he is now by his wife, and we enjoy it.
I appreciate it much better because now I'm not alone anymore. I was all the time alone with the 5 boys in the house, so not anymore. So yeah, I'm very glad about that.
I think it's been amazing, you know. The weather's good, you know, perfect day for a wedding. And yeah, just the scenery and everything, like especially where they said their vows, you know, on top of the water. I think that was great, and yeah, it almost brought a tear at some stage, but yeah, I managed to keep it in.
No, I must say this is absolutely fantastic venue at Paris. Just those islands where Ruan and Monin was on, and it was so special just to be around the water and with the mountain in the backdrop. So it's an absolutely fantastic venue. They look stunning together, and hopefully they can be a stunning couple for you for years to come.
You are now husband and wife, and now you may kiss your beautiful bride. Let's give them a big cheer.
As I can see, it's obviously, you know, one of the, you know, fanciest weddings I've been to. And Ruan actually did well. He's really looking smart, you know, and obviously Monin is looking beautiful.
I just want to wish them all the best for the future. I mean, they support each other, they compliment each other, and they're just always there for each other. They keep each other happy when they put it first, which is the important thing. And hopefully I'll get a few words of wisdom from Ruan in future.
Although he's now a shark, Ruan was with the Stormers, hence the guest list's Western Province flavour.
They're role models as a couple for us to look up to, and yeah, hopefully they enjoy tonight and enjoy the rest of their relationship. And I think they look very cute together, and yeah, we just love being here and seeing them like this.
Ek hou van Ruan want hy is baie lank en hy word my aangetroude neefie en hy's kwaai vir my.
I mean, I knew Ruan Botha for like a year now because I recently came to the Stormers. So yeah, it was a great teammate on the field, off the field. Great oak to have a talk to, anytime oak to have a chat to. And I mean, I just wish them all the best with their marriage, and I mean, may God bless them throughout their whole marriage. Yeah.
The bride almost had to stand on a table for the garter ceremony, and it went to the bride's cousin, Rian Barnard. The bouquet went to Layla Cupido, girlfriend of Stormers fullback Cheslin Colby, who knew what this meant.
Guys, congratulations. Welcome to the beginning of the rest of your lives together. How do you feel?
Excited.
Blessed. Where to from here for Mr. and Mrs. Botha?
Well, heading off straight to Durban as soon as possible. Need to start a new beginning, a new life as a married man. But looking forward to the adventure coming ahead.
Not before dancing, a midnight snack of Turkish delight and chocolate hazelnut ice cream. Then, more dancing.
Just when you thought it was safe enough to go back onto a rugby pitch, a shark standing 2 meters tall. I'll watch from the stands, thank you very much.
Coming up, Miss SA Thando Kunene brings the crown home to Mpumalanga, where everyone in town turns out to greet her.
Half of the recognition in winning Miss South Africa is that the judges see the promise of great things in you. Our very own Basitsana Khumalo and Joanne Strauss are proof perfect of this, and there's a similar promise in this year's winner, Ntandoyenkosi Kunene.
Thando traces her journey back to 1997, when witnessing Karishni Naika's crowning, the Miss SA seed was planted. She now wears the crown of a nation with all its opportunities and challenges.
Congratulations on a fantastic event. What did you think about the contestants and the way everything panned out?
What's great is to get to know them behind the scenes as well, to see what they're really like. And every single girl has just been absolutely incredible. I'm really happy about who won. Ntandoyenkosi is fabulous, and I'm looking forward to working with her for the year ahead.
What qualities do you think epitomizes a Miss South African?
It's about going out there and showing people that you can be an ambassador for South Africa, an ambassador for girls, for women out there, and that's something that's truly special.
A Miss South Africa needs to put everybody she comes into contact with at ease. And so you need a certain compassion, you need a certain level of empathy to be able to do that, and that's what we look for.
I think we've gotten over the fact that pretty just gets you in the door, and if you want to be impactful and make a difference, you need to have brains and you need to have a desire to make a positive impact in South Africa. So I hope we get a vibe of her being down to earth, just fun to be with and fun-loving.
Well, you were all really fantastic. You in particular, you were really great. What do you think of Ntando?
I'm really happy for her. And you know what? It's when you look at everything, the way that happens, it's all in God's plan and it's all in God's way of how things work out. I really wanted to be Miss South Africa, but unfortunately I'm not. But I mean, I made top 5, which is a major achievement. And I mean, for me, that doesn't deter my dreams. The reason why I entered Miss SA, I'm still going to keep that, and I'm still going to push that even further. And that has even given me more of a push to just keep on following my dreams.
With that spirit, SHARON-ROSE Khumalo will have her time to shine. This year belongs to Wits Education Honours student Ntandoyenkosi, and her townsfolk in Ithando Kekanya and Mpumalanga are loving it.
Ntando, you've come full circle. Back at home, this is where it all began.
This is where it all began in Mkondo. This is my township. These streets made me who I am today, and I'm thrilled to be back. This is my daycare center, actually. This is where I grew up, and this was where the whole dream started. It feels absolutely amazing to be back.
Has it all sunk in?
I feel each and every day is a point where it does sink in, but I think that now I'm back home. This is where, after leaving here, it's going to be even more. It's going to be even more of a reality because now people from my hometown get to see me after being crowned, and I think that's going to be amazing.
The fourth of 6 siblings, her playful spirit extended to leaving her footprints in the wet cement of construction sites and being scolded by her older sisters for doing this. That was a while ago.
The celebrations are clearly not over. You guys must be so proud. Ntandoyenkosi is now the most beautiful woman in South Africa.
Yes, we are proud.
Oh, wow, that was good, eh? Yes, we are proud. Listen, must have been some sibling rivalry growing up.
All of us are uniquely different. So our rivalry would be more of like, why don't you try what I'm doing? No, what are you doing? It's kind of thing.
I heard that she was a little bit of a naughty child, eh?
Yeah, she was a little bit naughty when she was young. But, you know, she's a blessing to have around. We laugh a lot. We've got lots of videos where, you know, she makes home videos, you know, with us. So, you know, when she's around, she just makes everyone happy. We're really proud of her. And she also knows that. Yeah.
All the children have kept shop for their parents, and it is a tight family unit.
Very lovely to meet you both. Mr. Kunene, I understand why Ntando won Miss South Africa. It is because you, sir, have a very powerful name.
Yes, that is true. My name is Christopher. You can feel the name Christopher, P-H-R at the A.
Mrs. Kunene, I know that there must have been a catalyst and an architect behind the story of this beauty queen.
Yes, I was a coach for Thando at the age of 4. And at the age of 9, I decided to go to school to do modeling because I seen Thando was interested in modeling a lot. Even when you go to open a fridge, you just do like that. And open a fridge, I said no. I talked to my finance, my husband, I said, Mr. Finance, is that possible for you that you can help me? I just want to go to school and learn how to coach. And then I've got a diploma in modeling.
It is amazing. My parents have been my pillar of strength. They have been there with me since I was 4 with my first pageant, and now with Miss South Africa. It's not only a dream come true for me, but also for them as well, because we've been through this together.
This is Miss SA's favorite pastime, around the table for meals, card games, or friendly teasing.
Chris, remember we spoke about embarrassing videos?
Oh, here we go. You didn't think it was going to come out, hey? Let's see, is that the one?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. I didn't know you were such an entertainer.
You know what? With the time that we have here at home late at night, we do the silliest stuff, and that is one of them.
Yeah, I can see. Jeez, look. Oh, there we go. I feel privileged. I'm really honored. Thank you. High fives all the way. Now I love fashion, and I heard that it was a little pink dress involved in the first pageant. We've got to see it.
She wore that dress at the age of 4. I pay only 15 rand for the material. And then I take to the other lady who always do Ntando's dresses. And that lady, I pay 20 rand to do that dress for me. And I take Ntando to Miss Raindrop Festival, and she won.
Miss South Africa is about beauty with a purpose, and having a look at your family as well as Ntando, I can see that you've instilled some fantastic values.
Yes, I am blessed to have these children because I teach them to share with other people. And at Thando Kukanya, I've got a lot of people that, as a family, the Gunegas family, that we help to finish their degrees in schools. We pay for their fees. We don't expect to pay us back. I think today God paid me back because Ntando won Miss SA.
So we're back in Mkondo where it all started. What has the support been like from the community?
The support from the community, Chris, has been overwhelmingly beautiful, and everyone is just so excited. I'm so excited to be back, and just to get a lot of youngsters also motivated to say, well, we come from a very small town, but your dreams are bigger than this town and they can come into reality. We can achieve our dreams. So for me, it is an emotional time knowing that this is where my journey started, and now I'm coming back home as Miss South Africa.
Courtesy of her sponsors, Ntando gets 200,000 Rand to spend on random acts of kindness and to nominate recipients for a full varsity scholarship and 10 bursaries to female adult learners. Mayor Charlie knows she's the right woman for the job.
It must be fantastic to have one of South Africa's best representatives come from Mkondo.
It's history in the making. I always knew her beauty, and when we started this journey, I wasn't aware that she will finally come back with the crown. But today it's happening here at Mkondo, and we're very much pleased, and Mkondo will never be the same again.
How does it feel that Miss South African Thando Kunene is representing Mkondo?
It feels so awesome because she's actually our inspiration in Mkondo, actually. We're so happy. Oh my.
You look like you're happy as well.
I'm so excited, you know. I'm being inspired by her. We are so proud of her. She has inspired me to keep on pushing. Whenever you want something, just keep on pushing until you get it. We're very proud of you. We love you, we love you, love you, Thando.
Thando, what a fantastic welcome from the crowd and from your community. You must be so emotional right now.
I am. I'm actually trying to hold the tears back, but the support from my community has been absolutely amazing. I feel blessed to see everyone here and everyone out in the streets just being happy for me. I hope this is the start of great things, not only for myself, but everyone else in the community, for them to go out there, make their dreams a reality, and we come back, celebrate another person, because I wouldn't want it just to end with me. I'd like this feeling to go on and on and on.
Well, I can tell you that you've inspired so many other people from what I've gathered. How do you plan on serving further in your reign?
I'm so glad to be working with Take a Girl Child to Work Day, and just for kids to experience them of being in the workforce and them to have a dream that they can actually see and come back and work on it. So I want to be working a lot with young people, women and children, making sure that they become their best selves.
She will show the way when she graduates with honors. Then she wants to learn to swim in between everything else.
To Ntandoyenkosi's family and community who are so proud of her, there's definitely something about her that suggests this is just the beginning.
Next up, mud, speed and flying without wings. That's the best of the good life if you're South African racing hero Alfie Cox.
Alfie Cox. In motorbike racing, that's a name that stands 100 feet tall and spells out a life lived on its own terms. Alfie is a legend of that most impossible of races, the Paris-Dakar. Bikes are in his blood, and more than that, we're going to let the man tell you himself.
Race the world's toughest rally for the first time with no crew, finish 4th, and you earn respect.
South African enduro and Dakar legend Alfie Cox has petrol running through his veins. And with his sons following in his tyre tracks, it's in the genes too.
18-year-old Brad and 7-year-old Trey's dad beat the factory riders on his Dakar debut and even finished with the factory teams helping him. He's a born fighter.
How did it all begin?
You know, I think I go back way back in the 70s, where I was a little irritating buzzard at all the motorcycle dealerships in Maritzburg. Not having the financial backing, motorcycling is expensive. You know, I had to start working at the age of 16 years old as a motorcycle mechanic, and I started racing very late at 16. I don't know if it was luck or just what I did, but I won the championship, the Natal Championship the first year, and then raced for Honda for a few years after that and progressed into what I've achieved up until now.
You mentioned some of the challenges, or one of the challenges being that it's an expensive sport. When you got to a professional level, was there anything else that you had to overcome?
No, for me it was never, I never saw it as a professional level because I worked every day of my life. So we had an everyday job. If you wanted to train, you had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, do your training before work. We lived out here on the farm in Catteridge. I raced most weekends and yeah, worked my way to try and travel the world and race.
How do you feel about the fact that the boys are following in your footsteps?
I think it's inevitable that they would do that. You know, Brad started first, you know, but there's a 10-year gap between the two, and we just gave him the tools. And, you know, Brad did it on his own. We just helped him along, Hazel and I, and then Trey started a little bit later. We're not under pressure to say you have to ride. And yeah, I just let the kids have fun, and we'll have fun with them. I think that's important at the end of the day.
Speaking of which, here we are. So how do you feel knowing that your dad is the Alfie Cox?
Oh, for sure, it's cool. I mean, he's just dad to me, and yes, what he's accomplished is great, and I'm definitely got big shoes to fill, but I'm paving my own way, and yeah, I'm trying to make my own name.
And you're doing just that. You're racing overseas, you're winning, you're doing incredibly well for yourself. How do you feel knowing that you're getting there and you're doing such a great job?
Yeah, for sure, it's cool. I mean, the last 2 years I've been in Europe and chasing my dream, and when I was 5 years old, I wrote a little thing in a book at the preschool and that I want to be a world champion one day, and now the steps are getting closer and closer, and for sure that's a really cool thing to know that we're almost there, and that hopefully one day it's just going to click and that dream's going to come true.
Trey, do you want to race like your big brother one day?
Yes.
So what is it that you love so much about racing?
I get to ride and be with my friends.
The trophies tell of Alfie's 9 Roof of Africa wins and top 5 Dakar finishes. His wife Hazel knows the full story of that 10,000k epic.
Some would consider your life extraordinary. Your husband is a living legend. What has the experience been like over the years?
It's been challenging, but it's been fun and adventurous. We've traveled a lot of places, but at the same time there's been quite anxious moments, especially the desert races. They haven't been easy. Sitting here at home, watching virtually on the computer where he is. The Dakar, we did a whole thing. He'd phone every night, he'd give me a story in very few words, and I would then create a story, and that would go out to all the papers. So the next morning everyone would know what had happened. It's been hectic, and we've lost friends on the Dakar. Alfie's 2 of his teammates died. That's not so easy. But at the same time, I don't think I'd change it, anything, any part of it.
And how do you feel about Brad following in Alfie's footsteps?
It hasn't been easy as a mom. It's what we've put our whole life into, his racing. And at 15, he left to go and live in Europe. It's not easy. I didn't actually go over for 2 years because if I went over, I was going as a mom. But the dynamics had changed for him. He was independent, he was living by himself, he was fending for himself, and so now I must take a different role. I'll always be a mom, but in a completely different context.
Brad, what has been your proudest moment to date?
It's winning my first championship at age 7, SA Championship. I actually did that whole series with my mom and Uncle Rod in the workshop. My dad was racing still overseas, and it was really nice, especially because he surprised me to come to the last round and I didn't know about it. So I came over the finish line and there was a #1 board with Dad standing there, so that was quite cool.
Has there been a time that you wanted to give it all up?
Yeah, 2 days before the first big European Championship, I went just to run myself in before the race at a little track, and I had a big crash and broke everything on my left shoulder. So that was hard. I remember phoning my mom, and I cried when I saw the x-ray just because everything I had worked for I threw down the drain. And then, you know, you really think, do I want to do this anymore? All that work for nothing. But it actually did turn into something, because the comeback that I had was a really great comeback, and I'm proud of that I managed to overcome that step. for sure it's motivation for next year to do even better.
Alfie, you have a beautiful family who support you. You really are lucky to have them. Would you agree?
No, I think you know, you got to have a support system. And I mean, Hazel and I have been together more than 25 years. To be honest, she's definitely held the family together. It's been a long and hard road, but yeah, you can't do it without somebody that supports you, and you know, that's just life in general. We love kids, and you know, it's nice to see them growing, and I'm just proud of what we've done.
Alfie, I'd really like to try and ride a motorbike. It looks like so much fun. I do think that if you can teach me, you could probably teach anybody how to do it. How about it?
No, I'm pretty sure you can get it right.
Trey, do you think I can do this? No.
Oh.
Being told you can't is sometimes the best motivation.
Alfie, I'm scared.
Lesson number 1,
yes.
Always wear a helmet.
Oh, there you go. Oh, this feels like it could possibly be Trey's helmet. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Get on.
Hop on, I'm going to show you where the controls are. Accelerate it to make it go. Nothing different to a car. Brake, clutch, and let's see how you do. Let out the clutch.
Alfie spent most of his free time helping Bradley become a 5-time South African motocross and enduro champion. He could surely set Roxy straight.
Yay! And I win! Where's my gold medal?
Not yet.
That was amazing! But the only reason I actually managed is because you were on the back. Let's be honest.
It's only lesson number 1.
Let's be honest. That was phenomenal. High five, thank you so much. Yeah.
Now Dad races rally cars, the young guns can take his biking legacy to new heights.
The way those youngsters ride, the Cox name will be big in racing long after Alfie retires, if he retires.
Coming up, London Fashion Week loves winter Kristian Aadnevik style, and you could win this week's cash prize in association with Standard Bank.
As the winter puts in an early appearance, if you've been caught off guard and haven't settled on a look for the chilly months, then this one's for you. From London, we bring you the rich, luxurious autumn-winter inspiration of Kristian Aadnevik.
Since assisting collections at Alexander McQueen and being a protege of Donatella Versace, he's become a touchstone of design. Celebrity clients include Rihanna, Beyonce, and 1.77-meter-tall New Zealand model Eden Bristow.
Eden, I do feel slightly small next to you because you are the epitome of what it means to be a gorgeous model. You look phenomenal. How do you feel in this particular outfit?
I feel amazing, actually. It's comfortable, it's not restricting, it's warm, so it's helpful for the London weather, and it's all black, so I love it.
We love an all black outfit, it always goes down well. What do you think of the collection as a whole?
I love it. They have feathers this year and it is insane. The garments, how they flow when you walk, it's just incredible, and I'm happy to be walking for them.
When you feel good in the clothes, does it help your performance on the catwalk?
The clothes that you wear definitely reflects how you walk and how you feel. Like if you're wearing a dress where you're just like, oh, I'm not really feeling this, then of course you're going to be like a little bit drabby. But when you feel good and when you feel comfortable and when you feel sexy, it just makes it so much better.
Whilst metallics are still a major trend, these chiffon stunners float through a palette of soft nudes, blues and greens. The Norwegian-born designer completed his studies at the Royal College of Arts in London.
Tell me a little bit more about this collection.
This collection is kind of a continuation of the previous, because the previous was about a flower, a garden in the summer, and then we thought, oh, we want to do the seasonal thing, and we thought, how can we make it into like a winter garden? So it's more mysterious, it's darker. You think about the owls and the hawks and all these wild animals. So it's much more raw and wild and cold.
Very inspired by wild nature as well.
Yeah.
How do you use the styling, the hair, the makeup to continue that story?
We wanted this girl to be very sort of like mysterious and strong. So you can especially see that in the makeup. It's quite dark eyes.
But still the wildlife, the winter
nature,
garden, the nature. So they look very wild.
It's glamorous, but in a wild way, in a natural way, you know?
I know that you've described your work as a little bit of haute couture and a little bit of ready-to-wear. How do you balance the two out?
Sometimes it's even hard for us. Like this collection is like more couture. If you look at the workmanship and all the detailing, it's a lot of work in this collection.
Couture parts. Our clothes are really a mix between couture and semi-couture.
All patterns are built on the body, working with natural feminine shapes.
What did you think about the collection that we saw this evening?
So I thought it was very elegant, very classy. It's something that I'd probably wear every evening. There was nothing that was too out there. I loved every single piece, actually.
And which item specifically did you absolutely love?
There was this one dress that was all white feather. It was quite short. There was another one, feathers again, that was black. It was sort of see-through down the bottom. Lovely, but I liked, there was a lot of like bird prints, so an eagle print. That was on most things. That was all very lovely.
What did you think about the collection?
I thought it was beautiful. The long dresses were amazing. The one with the feathers, the lace. I think he did a really good job. Loved it.
Is London Fashion Week a special place for you? Because I know that this was the first place you exhibited at.
Yeah, London is the hub for creative talents, and it's where most of the stars you see today started, even the ones that are in Paris or wherever. So I think it's where it all starts, but we chose to stay here because we feel that London is our home.
Yeah,
no?
really.
And we feel inspired here. We live by the museums, we go there every day. Yeah. We have a little boy and we take him to the park, we go to the museums. It's just like inspiration everywhere.
Also the people that come from all over the world. This is like the center of the world, London. So you get inspired by a lot of people that come from everywhere. So it's a great place to be.
How do you find working together as a couple?
I think we were both always, as young people, attracted to the sort of the darker side of things. So we have that, but at the same time we are fascinated by romanticism, you know, and it's about putting these two worlds together. So it's something feminine, but still it has that strength, you know.
And of course, having a family and having a little baby, which inspires so much, which bring us more and more into the light.
To be with their son, Silver, they work from home and continue to produce spellbinding collections.
Whether you want to experience London Fashion Week firsthand or be there when Alfie completes another epic Paris-Dakar, wherever in the world you have a mind to travel, Standard Bank are there to help you move forward by land, sea, air, and always in style.
To stand a chance of winning a 2,000 Rand cash prize to move your dreams forward, tell us which instant messaging platform provides Standard Bank customers with 24/7 banking. Is it 1, WeChat, or 2, WeTalk? To enter, SMS the keyword forward, followed by your answer 1 or 2, and your name to 33727. That's 33727. SMS is charged at 1 Rand. T's and C's apply. The competition closes at midnight on Wednesday, the 11th of May. Congratulations to our previous 2,000 Rand winner, Yumna Osman from Cape Town. Standard Bank, moving you forward.
Whether you're looking to head north for some sun this season or staying home around the fire, we're here to keep you entertained and inspired all winter long with the very best of the good life. Until next week, it's good night and God bless.
Join us again next Thursday as lightning-fast Springbok winger Lawazia Mvovo weds the gorgeous Stephanie O'Lane. High-flying Caribbean model Marla Bryan creates a line of dream dolls, and Kelly Kamalo's proudest achievements are her children, Kristian and Singo.